The best lesson. Money could not buy this Christmas. A cozy, slightly worn-out living room in the Midwest. The vibe is bittersweet, but ends on a powerful note of clarity. I spent 2 months working double shifts at the warehouse, just to buy my daughter Chloe those designer sneakers she'd been obsessing over. When she opened them, she didn't scream. She didn't even smile. She just sighed. "Dad," she said, scrolling through her feed. "These are the standard whites. Everyone who's anyone is wearing the vintage cream edition. These are kind of mid." I felt a cold knot twist in my chest. That mid pair of shoes cost me 40 hours of overtime. The next day I was at the mall to return them. I was standing in line when I saw a boy, maybe 10 years old, holding a pair of beat-up cleats that had seen better years. He was with his grandpa, whose hands were calloused and shaking slightly as he counted out crumpled $5 bills. The cashier shook her head. "I'm sorry, sir. You're still $20 short for the refurbishing fee." The boy didn't throw a fit. He didn't roll his eyes. He just reached out, touched his grandpa's arm and said, "It's okay, Gramps. I can just duct tape the soles again. They're lucky shoes anyway. They still got goals left in them." He said it with a smile. A real, genuine smile. I looked at the designer box in my hand, then at that kid's duct tape shoes. I stepped up, handed the cashier a $20 bill, and then I did something else. I asked the cashier to bring out the best pair of new soccer cleats in his size. When I handed them to the boy, his grandpa tried to refuse, his eyes watering. But I just told him, consider it an investment in a future pro. The way that kid looked at those shoes, it was like I'd handed him the keys to the city. I walked out of that mall with empty hands and a light heart. When I got home, Chloe asked where her exchange was. I just looked at her and said, "Honey, we're gonna spend this afternoon volunteering at the shelter instead. It's time we learned the difference between wanting and needing." Seeing that boy's face, I realized I hadn't seen my own daughter that happy in years. And that was worth every penny.